Well, you look outside and it looks just like any other regular day in Texas. So, what's our weather like? Well, if you look at the picture from Danny Garcia out of Valentine, it is dry and well, that tends to be the normal case around here, but lately it's been abnormally dry. We were doing so good with our drought conditions up until about 2 months ago, and we just haven't gotten anything significant. So even the bulls are wanting for more water. Thank you, Danny, for sending that in. Today, in terms of almanac, well, we had a cold front come through. We started off the day in those upper 30s, not too far off from where we normally are, and we ended the day right where we should be. Okay, this is great. That's exactly what we want to see. But if it takes a cold front to drop us back down to normal, that means the rest of the week we're probably going to be warming up a little bit more and seeing those above average temperatures. And if you said yes to that, you're absolutely right. 45 right now, and well, it's going to be getting down into those 30s during the overnight hours. You throw in a little bit of that wind chill too. You talk air temperature versus wind chill, might be down at most about 5 degrees. So if it's 35 in the morning, expect it to feel at about 30 degrees. So make sure you have that heavier coat on standby, at least for the early morning. A lot of places already down into those 40s, a few 30s, 34 in Hobbs, 32 already at freezing point in Marfa. All right, your radar, it is empty. Nothing too significant. No clouds, no moisture, no rain. That looks to be the pattern for a bit. Here's tonight's forecast. Lots of 30s, lower 30s too. A few upper 20s in places like Pecos, Marfa, Fort Davis at about 30 degrees for tonight. So certainly chilly, but right around where we should be. So tomorrow, yeah, a little cold on the way to start off the day, but southerly winds start to pick back up. We're going right back into those middle 60s. So layers, you know, it's like what Shrek said, onions have layers, and well, so should we. Makes it a lot easier to deal with those forecasts. All right, the future track over the next couple of days, just maintaining that southerly flow. High pressure stays on top of us, so nothing is going to happen over the next 48 hours. Just a very boring forecast, and we slowly warm up. But what about maybe next weekend, maybe next week? Hey, I don't see rain chances, so that means if we do see any kind of cold front, they're not going to be strong enough to bring in enough moisture. And well, that's kind of the case throughout much of the week, 60s and 70s. Pretty good, pretty good. By the weekend, yes, I do see a small cold front, dips us down into the 50s by Sunday, and then we're back into those 60s once again. A roller coaster, but a relatively tame one at that. Ethan, what you got coming up next?
You know, I recommend more Shrek references.